Good afternoon. It is a brand new edition of your program, 60 Minutes Nigeria, where we discuss national issues, where we keep you abreast with all that is happening in the nooks and crannies of the country. My name is Egosa Agbonlao. Like I said, it promises to be another exciting 60 minutes. So it's a delight to have you join us. I have in the studio very distinguished personalities. I have a former governorship aspirant. He's with us, Bishop Akalame. Nice to have you with us today.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon.
He's also an educationist, an author, and also a public commentator. We also have with us a leader of congregations. He's also a youth pastor, PFN, youth pastor, and also a renowned clergyman, Dr. Royal Ayemere. Nice to have you with us today.
Good afternoon, viewers. Thank you.
Okay, you can see that my guests are set to dissect the topic we have today, and it has to do with one monster bedeviling the development of Nigeria, and that is insecurity vis-a-vis the performance of security agencies. We dissect that. Just a few days ago in Kaduna State, the military admitted that the bombing of villagers, they took responsibility of that error. We must commend the Nigerian military for doing that, for taking responsibility. No need pushing the buck, no need dilly-dallying, no need lying, no need keeping members of the public in suspense. They admitted that is a credible force. So we say kudos to the Nigerian military. But collateral damage, we sympathize, we commiserate with the families who have lost their beloved ones. Now, such errors are not allowed because the UN is already reacting to what transpired in Kaduna State. No matter the reasons that the military gave, they're trying to neutralize terrorists. But Nigerians are dead. So they must be professional, they must do it right, because it also affects the capability of Nigeria in terms of collaborating with international organizations in peacekeeping, then federal government's ability to get military software can be jeopardized. So they must get it right. So we'll be looking at the performance of the security agencies. We commend the Nigerian police, we commend the DSS, we commend all the security agencies, because without them, Nigerians cannot move freely. So we commend them. But we must continue to support them in order to enhance their proficiency and efficacy. We'll start the program. Bishop Akalame will give us his opening remarks. Yes, you are a former governorship aspirant. You've always had, candidate rather, you've always had at the back of your mind laudable ideas, and that encompasses security. Now, give us your take on the insecurity bedeviling Nigeria.
Thank you very much, International. Good afternoon, viewers. You see, it's quite sad that today the insecurity in Nigeria is overwhelming. But one thing is very sure, that we cannot separate the insecurity from the performance of our economy in Nigeria. And of course, apart from the fact that we cannot separate insecurity from the economic performance in this country, we will also look at the activities of our political actors in this regard. Now, let me tell you something, that the insecurity in Nigeria right now, the one we have now, is more than what we used to have. There's never a time where we never have insecurity in the country. But just that what we are having right now is becoming or unbecoming. Why? Because of the nature of the economy. The economy has so performed badly that every sector of the economy has been affected drastically. And to the point that the small-scale business owners are out of business. these people, they'll be thinking of where to get food, how they can put food on their table. But we do not encourage them. But what thing is very sure, that when a man begins to look for where to put food on the table, he becomes so very desperate that anything can go. That's why, if we're talking about security, we're talking about those who will take arms and go to people's houses and rob them, or go to the main road, or go to the forest, or kidnap. Sometimes, you may even park your car somewhere. You say maybe you are going for a party, or you are going for any place or meeting. By the time you are at the end of the meeting, you come back, you don't see your car anymore. Or you just leave your property somewhere. You say, okay, let me just take a walk and maybe locate any convenience. Maybe you are pressed, and you come back, you will not meet it again. That will tell you how desperate people are this time because of the performance of the economy. Now, let's look at the activities of our political actors. It's very regrettable that those who are supposed to be shepherd of the sheep, they have turned out to be, I don't know, how would I describe them? Lion and lioness and leopard over the people they're supposed to be their shepherd. You see, so many of our political actors have developed the attitude of the fowl who said, if we cannot eat it, let's destroy it. That is what has been happening in this country. That in Nigeria, we are not united on common purpose. If we are united on common purpose, you will not say because you have lost an election, because somebody is in the power, then I have to destabilize him by financing some group of persons to make the state ungovernable. These are some of the issues that in some states today, we have some youth today that are being motivated, are being financed by some political opponents. Let's disturb him. They go to the bush, they kidnap people, they do a lot of things just to ensure that, to prove to the people that the governor or anybody in power there is not performing. This is uncalled for. If you are one Nigeria and you contest an election and you lose an election, it shows the people you have been rejected by the people you are not wanted. You are not needed. You don't have what they need. Then why can't you look for other endeavor and navigate your life? It's not a do or die affair. These are some of the issues we need to see how we can address. If actually we must progress, because as a matter of fact, insecurity is one of the economic woes that bedevil the growth and development of Nigeria. If it's not seriously handled and managed, we'll be nowhere. We know that there's no place we could not have insecurity in the world. But just that of Nigeria is oversized. And that's why we keep talking like this. In everything that happens to us, there are root causes. And if we must have a headway in any of it we do, we have to address these issues to their root causes. That's where we are.
Thank you very much. I told you, for those of you who are just joining us on the program, 60 Minutes Nigeria, this is the place to be for you to get the very latest in terms of topical analysis, the very latest regarding Nigeria. Nigeria is a great country, but bedeviled with myriads of problems. And one of such problems is insecurity, which gives cause for concern. And a former governorship candidate in Edo State, on 2 occasions he has actually contested, Bishop Akalame, he's just told us that he's abreast with this very, very disturbing problem of insecurity. We also have with us Dr. Royal Ayimere, who will be giving us his own opening remarks regarding this problem.
Thank you, Mr. Egosa. Good afternoon, viewers. You see, insecurity in Nigeria is becoming alarming. Seriously, because when we were growing up in this country,
yes,
you don't know night, you don't know day. The difference between night and day is just that the night is dark, but it's as peaceful as peaceful. You can go to all night, you can stroll anywhere. Sometimes we even go for meetings. Oh, we close late, you get home 1 a.m. You are not threatened. But these days it's no longer so. 7:30 p.m. at most 8 p.m. everybody is indoors. Now the truth is, I want to align with what a bishop said.
Yeah.
Because you don't get solution by looking for solution. You get solution by asking the right questions. what has led us to this point where insecurity has become something that even to government is now insurmountable. Something led us to where we are, unemployment. Like what he said, bad economy. Because there's an adage that says, an idle mind is the devil's workshop. When youths graduate from school and they don't have jobs, what do you expect them to do? I have a relative living with me now. He's telling me he wants to write an ICANN exam. And he told me the amount. And he told me he will be writing 5 exams. And when I calculated the amount for each one, I said, my God, for 5. Then just imagine, after paying such an amount, such a person comes out from the system. And it is like your suffering continues. Not even a hope for job. When people are in a state of survivor, they can do anything. We want to survive. A man who is at the state of survivor, he's not asking for prosperity. He just wants to do anything to survive. And that's where we are. Because our government has failed us. We're talking about, it's not somebody stealing one chicken, doing that. No, that's not it. The economy has collapsed. It is the failure of government to take care of people, welfare of citizens, that has led us to where we are. If somebody is busy, somebody who goes to work in the morning and returns home in the evening, will not be thinking of crime. Because the person knows at the end of the month, I have something to take care of myself, my immediate family, to pay my bills. Why would the person be thinking of crime? When people are less busy, no activities, they start looking at, oh, I must eat, I must do this, I must do that, because one of the things about life is that no matter how you pray, tomorrow must come. And tomorrow comes with responsibilities. And when these responsibilities are coming and people do not have the wherewithal, they think of alternative. That's where we are.
Thank you very much, Dr. Imere. That is very illuminating, I must admit. Well, I must say that the grand norm for those who are lawyers states very clearly that it is the responsibility of any government to protect lives and property of citizens, and of course to also ensure the welfare of citizens. My guests have posited on this platform that insecurity is correlated with the poor economy, and poor economy, the offshoot of poor economy is unemployment and other myriads of problems that has bedeviled the country. Well, there must be a way out, but let's continue to interrogate this problem of insecurity, because it must be tackled for Nigeria to be catapulted to very higher pedestal, or to have that pride in the committee of nations. Bishop Akalame, yes, how do we really move forward regarding this problem?
Yeah, it's very simple. You know, I'm a bit worried because sometimes it appears as if our leaders do not understand or how to solve the problems facing us as a nation, especially in the area of insecurity. We are talking about security now. The worst of the insecurity we always have in this country is food insecurity. That is the worst insecurity we have. Because, you see, food insecurity will make a man to even take an arm and go to the street and want to eat. The stomach insecurity. Now, the government, they become so incapacitated. Let me use that word. They be so, when a man can no longer do anything, you can no longer perform. You know, you are weak. You can no longer do anything. To us, we say you are incapacitated. That is what we see. It's as if the activities of these people, the insecurity in Nigeria has overwhelmed the capacity of the government. And it calls for worries. Now, if you look at it, it just says something very quickly. I want to emphasize on what he has said.
Yes.
Now, you will train your child in school. A school is a program that's supposed to take your child 4 years. First of all, it will take him or her 10 years, plus or minus strike.
Yes.
So you must expect more. Then he will now come out of the school. Until you are investing. Now, a time has come for you to recoup, return on investment. At the point of time you're supposed to get return on investment, you keep investing again. A child is supposed to be feeding, you will not keep feeding the child.
Seriously.
Sometimes you will be staying in your house again when you're supposed to be on our own, independently, surviving. Even say, Daddy, what do you need today? You continue from where you stopped after 10 years ago. That's the failure of the government. Then we studied. The school today is the institution that's supposed to mold our youth, equip them, teach them how to be creative, teach them how to be a player of labor. What they just do there, they just go there, read some books, pass exam, and go out. Sometimes I ask, you see, when I have these seminars around, because I have taken seminars around the whole country to see how I can mold this generation. Sometimes you ask them, okay, they teach you a particular topic. How can you apply it to solve somebody's problem to earn a living? Because the reason why you go to school is for you to apply the knowledge you have got over the years to solve someone's problem for monetary return, for monetary value, for monetary compensation. But you don't even know how to apply such knowledge. So you just go to school, pass the exam, and go out. You are a graduate, you have a degree, 2-1, first class, which does not tally with your mental resources. So you just come out. If nobody gives you a job, you just remain redundant. You can't create a job because the system did not program you on how to be self-reliant after school or to be self-employed after school. Failure of the government. That one is there. Okay, let me give you an example. Go to some schools where you have engineering departments, mechanical, electrical. These are professional courses that even when you graduate as an electrical engineer, you don't even need somebody to give you a job.
That's right.
We have a lot of buildings from see or here, go to a local, name there who all this is. You can just go, take all this contract, design your business card, tell them you can do these things, get at least five buildings to wire as a fresh graduate of electrical. But the legislature, they don't even understand the practical. You say you're reading mechanical engineering. You don't even know the functionality of the engine. There is nobody give you a job to undergo what's called all the job training. You cannot function. You see the system? Fill up the government again. Now, that is one. Then the people will now come, no job. They will now fold their hand and sit down. So a man has to do what he has to do. We are not encouraging them
To survive.
to survive. That is why you see that when your wallet is missing, you check back. You will not see it. Nobody will tell you that I have seen it. They will never tell you I have seen it. Those days, if you miss something, what time is missing, you can seduce your money. Say, okay, you looking for your money? Here it is. That was when Nigeria was Nigeria. When we were one Nigeria. When we were living together. But today, things has fallen apart.
Things fall apart.
The sector can no longer hold. There's a problem. So, what I'm even saying is that those people, the political actors, let me tell you now, they enjoy it. You know what? They know that when these youths are busy, the office is busy, they will not see people to mobilize during the election.
That's right.
So they perpetually want to keep them in the streets. So that during an election, when they say, the youth will gather.
Okay, that's another school of thought.
You say the reality is very painful, but we people like us, we have to say it.
That is the truth.
So by the time we say, Pastor, please, I need 2,000 youth. It's possible because they're in the street, no job. But I must assure you one thing. The Nigerians are very intelligent. But the intelligence they have, because the system, the educational institution have not been able to program them and model them on how to use that knowledge in a positive aspect to earn a living, then become a problem to the society.
Okay, thank you, Bishop Keleme. Dr. Roya, way forward.
Thank you. Like I said a moment ago, looking for solutions, you don't actually look for solutions, you ask the right questions.
Okay.
How did we get here? What are the causes of insecurity? You see, to tackle insecurity, I know it's not something that we can do in one day.
Okay.
But there should be a plan. If you look at the Benin-Auchi road, there was a time that you don't travel down that road. People were using another route. Because if you travel through that route, you say your last prayer before you move.
It was as bad as that?
Yeah, it is, Lord, my life is in your hand. At least one of my members, the husband is a driver. He had a driver too. He said, okay, go and help me get something. The guy drove himself, the wife, and something like that. They didn't return. But you see, the governor of this state, I think that's one thing I will still commend him for.
Okay.
He intervened in that situation. And today you can see that that road is passable. Now, to tackle insecurity, our security officers must be fully equipped. Equipped in the sense that they need to be trained, retrained. They need to go for more professional courses. Then they need to give them equipment, because you can't tell somebody who is holding one small gun to go and confront people who are holding
sophisticated weapons.
Exactly. So, and our military people, our security people should be encouraged. They should be motivated, because you don't expect a man whose life is on the line, and God forbid anything happens to him, the children and the wife, they just go into suffering. The country doesn't remember them again. Such a man, if you put him there, in fact, he will not give his best, because he knows that if anything happens to him, the country will not remember him, the state will not remember him, his children and the wife, they will just suffer like that. So we need to look into this system again, and let's begin to encourage our security personnel. Then our people too need to be oriented. We need serious orientation, because security doesn't begin with police or the army. It begins with us. We have to be vigilant in our society. You see somebody moving around your community that is a strange person, call the person politely, ask a question. What are you looking for somebody, or are you looking for something? You see, these are measures we can also put in place. And I also think that in curbing insecurity, this pattern of bringing one person from a very far state to be the commissioner of police in a state that he doesn't know anything about should be looked into. Because to really police a community effectively, you need somebody who knows the community, who knows the in and out of the state. When a stranger is a commissioner of a state, before he will know the state, his tenure is over. So we need people, as a matter of fact, we need people, let it be looked into. Let an Edo man be the commissioner of police in Edo State. Let a Delta man, let it go like that. If it's like that, I can assure you, because indigenes, they know the nooks and crannies of the state. It will help us a long way, sir. Okay.
I will not allow you go on that. You need to buttress your fact. Now, don't you think if you allow maybe an indigene of a particular community or state to be commissioner of police or head of security agency in that state, don't you think there could be connivance, there could be pressure because they know him? Please, if maybe some suspects are arrested, there will be pressure on him or her. Please release my person, release my people, as the case may be. Don't you think that's what the federal government is trying to avoid? Hence, they post non-natives to different areas. Quickly explain that before we take a brief break.
All right. To answer your question,
yeah,
even the non-indigens, when they come in, except maybe you've not had a relative that had a police case and the rest, they tell you bail is free. That's on the paper. It's not the reality. It's not. I've had members, I'm a pastor, I've had members who had one or two issues. Oh, let's bail them. I said, bail is free. They said, no. Do you buy paper for us? Are you the one buying fuel for us?
Stationary.
Exactly. So they said, give us money.
But just that allegation, we cannot substantiate.
The truth is this, sir, that the advantage in having an indigene as a commissioner or a DPO is more to the disadvantage of having otherwise. So if for example, you are the commissioner of police in Edo State, you know Edo State, you know the local government, you know how it works, you were raised here, so you know people to deploy, you know the areas to tell them, go to that area. We know ourselves. If something happens, you can easily decode, oh, ask so and so persons. We know who to call, who to bring to book. So that is it. The advantage is more
than the disadvantages. Yes. Thank you very much, Dr. Royal Ayemere. I hope you are enjoying the program. I hope you are spending your part of your 60 minutes with us and you are enjoying the discussion. If you are really enjoying it, then you must stay tuned because we'll take a brief break now, and after that we'll continue. There's a lot to talk about. We want to look at the performance of our security agencies vis-a-vis tackling insecurity. But that will be after this break. Okay, glad to know that you are there. It gives me great joy to know that you are with us on the program, 60 Minutes Nigeria. We are looking at insecurity. We're looking at the performance of our various security agencies. In my opening remarks, I talked about what transpired in Kaduna State just a few days ago. And I must tell you that some persons are asking for the resignation of the top echelon of the Nigerian military. And I'll just start my question from there. Bishop Akalame, now we know that there's insecurity. You have talked about how the problems can be solved. There's need for employment of our youths so that they can be engaged. Dr. Ayemere has also said that we need to give employment. We need to improve the economy. That if Nigerians are employed, that is just automatic. Insecurity will be reduced to its barest. Now, but recently, the unfortunate incident in Kaduna State, so many persons lost their lives. The Nigerian military has accepted responsibility for the error. But some persons are saying it's more than that. The top echelon of the military should resign. Do you think that calls for resignation of the top leadership of the Nigerian military?
Tashana, I must say to you that if anyone says that our security agencies are not performing, it's not telling the truth.
Okay.
To me, they have done well and they are doing wonderfully well in this country. Just that the situation has overwhelmed them. The truth is this. When we look at these people are facing all manner of people. They face the normal armed robbers. They face kidnappers. They face bandits. They face what do you call them?
Terrorists.
Terrorists. And let me tell you that those people who are in that category of terrorists, who are bandits, all these people, they have sophisticated weapons that the military cannot even match.
I don't agree with you, but I know it's your opinion, but I don't agree with you.
I'm coming. Yeah. It's not only in Nigeria here. It's like that. You know why? That's why I told you. If you trace those people who are sponsoring them, they are inside. They have access to fund to get this sophisticated weapon. You don't tell a man that has a family to go and die.
That's it.
So when you are telling, the only problem I have with the security agency, especially the police force, is that the same people that have created this problem for us, they move about with 20 to 50 police officers. The remaining one will not be enough.
Are you talking about escort for VIP?
Yes! Then the remaining one will not be able to take care of the talakawas. Just leave them to go and die. You created a problem. You know there is a problem in the street. That's why you move about with 50 police officers. Because you know that the problem is there already. You go to the commissioner of police. You go to the IG. By your way, you have security all over.
If you were to be governor, which was your aspiration,
yeah,
don't you think you would have also asked for security protection?
You see, it is very clear. It is very clear. It is because we know that we have not done well and we are afraid. That is why we are always looking for a lot of security agents to be with us wherever we go. You see, I know when I contested the governorship election 2016, I was just a young man, but you should know that at that position, So some people will have think that this young man has a lot of money. Let's go for him. Even when the commissioner of police invited us, come as a candidate in the state, you are entitled to 6 police officers. I said, I don't need it. Because I am from the street. I understand the street. I understand the people. You don't create problem for the people and you expect to go free. See, our people said, when those who are suffering are more than those who are enjoying, he said, all of us, we are at risk. The money that we used to put, this money that is meant to develop the people. It's not to develop the state alone, or to develop the country. If you are developing the country or developing the state, that is different. You are developing the state or developing the country, you are not developing the people. You are in trouble.
That's right.
You must develop the people. As you are developing the country, you are also developing the people. If the people are not developed, you are in trouble as a leader. That is why they move with 50 police officers, because they know that they have created a problem. The police officers, the military, name them. They have done very well. I give it to them 100%. But the situation on ground is that you don't equip a man. You say, go and fight insecurity. When you know that you ought to have addressed the root cause. When you do that, you make the work easy for him.
That's right.
I was in Lagos, 2001. It was a sad year for me. It was after the Edo Guba election. I went to Lagos. My friend was having his wedding and invited me. I went there. We went somewhere. We were just at the supermarket buying something, where some boys just came, about almost nobly to about 30. In the street, they just came. We were buying something. I don't know anything. Before you could know it, people were locking their shops. People were locking their shops. I was just saying, what is happening? Before you know it, they just rushed me. Oh, what I gave them, I said, take. I don't know what's going on. People have already locked their shop. They left me. Even my friend, we came together. Followed the woman inside her shop. Only me was outside. Oh, what I gave them? Your phone. The man used he was wearing about 3 rings. He hit me here. I only know that. I only saw myself in the hospital. You understand? When in the hospital, that was when the doctor told me that I was even lucky. That is how they normally come out in the afternoon. Like this. If it could come out anytime, morning, afternoon, evening, anytime. Police officer cannot come here because that is how it is right now. Because the police officer cannot even control the situation. So you now see what is happening in the country. So the government have to do something.
And that was the year 2001.
Let me tell you. Now, what I'm saying now is that if we say there are no jobs now, and you are telling the youth to go and fund a business, they can't even fund any business in this country right now. Because if you are leaving your house, maybe you have a business somewhere in Ubawa, and you live in local, you enter vehicle, you have to local 500 naira and call back, and you don't have a customer that will buy from you. How you cannot pay rent? You can't even think about eating. You cannot fund that kind of business. And if what you are selling are not necessities, you lock that shop. Naturally, you have to lock it. Because the country is too expensive. And the worst of all is that it's as if we don't have leadership. Nigeria we have never had it so bad the way it is right now in this country. From the beginning of this administration of President Tinubu, so sad. And from that time till now, nothing is happening and nobody is talking. If you talk now, there are people who are very psychopathic. They will attack you. As if they don't go to the same market you go. As if they don't enter the same police station that you buy fare. It's as bad as that. A president, because if you want to be a leader, you must acquire about 10 intelligences. What I normally tell people, I say, the above all is that you must be emotional. You must be an emotional leader. Be able to wear the shoe of the people. Feel the pain of the people. You must be empathetic. You came aboard. I said, subsidy is gone. Without the physical intelligence, what do I need to do first before I could do this? Now, we are where we are today. And you came, you said, I am floating the currency. When you know we don't produce anything in the country, and nobody is craving to have the naira because naira is not competitive in the market. Today, tomorrow, the naira will be 1,000. Tomorrow it will be 1,200. And once you do that, because don't forget,
it's floating now.
We're floating. We put the petrol, the fuel into the country, just like every other product. As soon as the dollar increases, the price of those things increases. When they come here, we can no longer buy.
Okay.
The country, the economy has totally collapsed without remedy. It's an issue.
Okay, but you've not answered my question. The top echelon of the military, should they remain after that error in Kaduna State?
Yeah, they should remain. Because you don't see, I used to tell you, I said, the angel the devil you know is better than the angel you don't know somewhere. So if something has gone wrong, what do you need to do? You look at all these errors that emanated. Then you create a measure to correct the error. Then the man will sit and continue his job. You cannot say because a man has made a mistake, say please go. They should remain.
Thank you. Dr. Ayumere, the question, I need to know your perception about this problem. Because it has happened in Kaduna. Yeah. We've seen that the Chief of Army Staff and other senior military officers, they visited Kaduna State. They've commiserated with the bereaved, with the victims. But some persons are saying, no, it's not enough. They should resign. So what's your take?
For me, that Kaduna issue, that mistake, is too much. Yeah. We had a president in this nation who told us that his ambition does not worth the blood of a Nigerian.
Yeah.
For somebody to come out and say, we are sorry, we take responsibility, it was this is what you were trained for. The government of the day have spent taxpayers' money to train these persons. This is what they are known for. You can't tell me that if you are flying the
warplane,
exactly, that you cannot detect people who are praying from people who are terrorists. For me, that apology is accepted, but it's not enough. That's my opinion. Yeah. The apology is accepted, but it's not enough. With the apology, bring back those people who lost their lives. For me, if it's a country that works, by now those persons by themselves, they should have resigned. Should have resigned honorably, without people even calling for their resignation. It is a proper thing to do. As at yesterday, I saw on the news that about 120 persons, families are bereaved, the state is bereaved, the nation is bereaved. That mistake is too expensive. They should look into the matter, and those senior men, the military ranks, should honorably resign. That's my opinion.
Okay, but looking at, let's shift our attention now. You've made a point on that of resignation. Looking at the performance of our security agencies, do you think they are coping with the fight against crimes? Do you think they should adopt other strategies? What's your opinion on that?
Yes, I think I will align with what Bishop has said in that regard. Because they are doing their best based on what is available to them. Because you can't give a man 100 naira and you ask him to go and carry out an assignment of 1,000 naira. There are deficits. All right? So our military men, they should go. It's not just to give them arms. They need intelligence. Serious intelligence. This war, one of the, I think Tuko told us that it will take 20 years to eradicate terrorism in this nation. If the fight is consistent, it will take us 20 years. For me, it is not just to give them and say, go and fight these people. No, they should have the intelligence. They should know how these people operate. They should know who sponsors them. They should know who is behind them. Because the moment you cut the root of a tree, leave the tree, it will die naturally. But when the sponsors of these persons are still around, those that have the money bags, who are bringing money, who are giving them weapons, where this country were told that helicopter goes to forests and gives people weapons, gives them food. In this country, you won't tell me that the government and government officials cannot tell that helicopter, cannot identify the helicopter. So people are seriously behind it. If we want it to stop, our military should be trained, the intelligence should be strengthened, those sponsoring terrorism should be fished out. until that is done, because people are making money from this. As I'm talking, there are people who don't want this terrorism and this insecurity to end. People supply our military people food. People supply them boots. These are people who are making money from the war. Government should look into all these things. For fighting or whatever, they are doing according to their best, because I won't say they are not doing according to their best, because it is what they have.
Okay.
But they should be properly trained.
Thank you very much, Dr. Ayemere. Bishop Akalame, now talking about our security agencies, you've talked about a lot of issues, but we're in Nigeria. We don't have another country. So what should our security agencies be looking at as part of their strategies to tackling insecurity?
Yes, I think on this program I've said this before, that they have to work with the local vigilante.
Okay.
To provide them intelligence.
Okay.
They have to work in pari passu with them, because a man cannot work effectively in a strange land. If you are taken to a particular village to work, or you are taken to a particular division to work, and you do not understand the terrain, you need to work with the local vigilante groups to actually know where all those red points in those areas where those criminals can be apprehended, because that is exactly what actually they are not doing right now. If you check very well, some time ago, like he has said, anytime we want to travel home like this during Christmas, as for me, I normally go to my church to request for Novena Mass. Nowadays, that I want to travel home.
God, the Benin Auchi Express.
I am telling you, at times, that will not still be enough. I have to go and see my parish priest to pray for me a day or two.
Okay, before traveling.
Yes, Father, please bless me. I want to travel home. Say, please go, my son, you will come back. Then that coffee there will be in me, I'll just go. That will tell you how dangerous that Benin Auchi route has been. Then the introduction of the local vigilante, they actually know where, understand the forests.
That's right.
They know the road very well.
They know
where to stand. That's why if you are traveling to Auchi, you see them at Igeduma. They know where, they understand the terrain.
Exactly.
At a point, the military now came in to work neck and neck with the local vigilante. Today, you can just wake up and say, I'm traveling home, just turn on your ignition and you are going. You are not afraid on that road. You can see now. So that is exactly what I wanted to do. And at the same time, I want to advise them that irrespective of the personality, they should do their job. A situation whereby you will apprehend a criminal, and somebody somewhere will put a car across, say, I am a former governorship candidate in the state, don't you know me? You know, say, please, that man with you is my son, please release him. And they release him, or they don't make the thing very easy for them. They have to look into that. Okay. Because security is not their own, it's everybody's concern. That's right. You know saying? So just like what he says now, well, know those days when you travel, at times you can come at any time. Sometimes they go, at times I travel. I can enter this building at any time, 2 a.m., 1 a.m. I'm not afraid, I'll go to my house. But I can't right now. If I'm coming from somewhere and maybe I land in the Anambra and it's late, I'll just look for any hotel to sleep. Even if I get to Benin here, at about 12, I can't go to my house.
Just lodge somewhere.
For any lodge, I don't lodge. In the morning, I'll go my house. That will tell you how bad it is. You are in your house, you are sleeping. You open your eyes, you check. That is the country we are today.
Yes.
So the government have to do something. They have to do something.
Thank you.
Security votes to the governors. They should use it for the purpose in which that fund was released, not to their personal interest.
Thank you. Your closing remarks, Dr. Roya Ayemere, on the program 60 Minutes Nigeria.
Thank you. Security is everybody's business.
Okay.
We are not leaving it for government alone, and that we're leaving it for security personnel alone. But I want to say government should empower our police, should empower our military to empower them, because if you go to most of the police stations today, at night, they use torchlight from phone. Some of them, the vehicles are bad. You see, police vehicle, they are pushing it to start. Can that pursue a criminal and catch the criminal? Our security system, they should empower their intelligence, because a nation where security is not available should forget about prosperity. My closing remark.
Thank you. Bishop Akalame, your closing remarks.
Thank you. Apart from empowering the security agency, the government, even at state level, they have to improve on our infrastructures, especially our roads. Okay. Not just consider our roads, make sure that there are street lights on that road. Such road like Ohu Road.
Okay, Ohu Road, close to the communication complex.
It's like a bypass. If you are coming from Lagos, if you don't want to go straight, you can just, when you pass through this Ohu Road.
And Ohu Road is in a bad state.
It's in a bad state. As if they can fix that road now and put street light there. When you are coming from Lagos, if you don't want to go straight, you can just pass through that place. You open businesses.
So I hope the authorities will heed to that. Ohu Road has just been highlighted, and we understand that Ohu Road in Oluku serves as a bypass to other parts of Edo State, to other parts of Benin City, and I think the Edo State government will quickly act and fix Ogun Road so that the residents can use the road as a bypass during the Yuletide.
Yes.
Yes, you can conclude your remarks.
So that is what government should do.
Yes.
In doing this, you open businesses. People will be doing business. The economy will be bubbling. When a man is busy, he will not think about security. Exactly. You are here now busy now. When what time do you have? That's you close here, even now, your wife will be calling you. Are you not close? What time do you now have?
That's
to
right.
go and take that which does not belong to you.
That's right.
That's what we're talking about. Everybody should get busy, and the government has to make it very possible for everybody to get busy by touching some areas. So we need compassionate people, leaders who are compassionate, who are emotional, and who are empathetic.
Thank you very much. I must thank Bishop Akalame for his time and for his comments. Also, I must express my gratitude to Dr. Royal Ayumeri. Thank you very much for your comments. And I believe that those state governments, the officials, will take one or two comments made seriously on this program to actually ameliorate the plight of citizens. The essence of this program is to enlighten not only the public, but the authorities. And I believe that roads, access roads, can actually be fixed, those in bad state. We must commend Governor Obaseki for Light Up Edo State project that has been doing. We've seen street lights in some parts of the state. That's commendable. But we only ask that it should be extended. We only ask that some roads should be fixed, and nightlife will become better. When there is electricity, when there is power, when everywhere is brightened, people cannot hide, take cover, and perpetuate crime. That's the point we're trying to make. So that's the program. If you enjoyed this week's edition of 60 Minutes Nigeria, keep a date with me. By the grace of God, next week, we're looking at another issue regarding the development of Nigeria. My name is Egosa Agbolao. Bye-bye.